Yo, how's it going, my dudes? Hope everyone's doing fantastic. So a few days ago, I made a video on this whole Drake situation. And if you guys don't know who Drake Bell is, he's a Nickelodeon star, the show Drake and Josh, famous musician, super popular in Mexico. I don't know why. Just because he's relevant in America doesn't mean he's not, relevant elsewhere. So today, a few people tagged me on this post. It says, Drake Bell pleads guilty to attempted child endangerment, faces up to 2 years in prison. Bell allegedly engaged in an inappropriate chat with a 15-year-old victim that at times was in nature. Now if you missed the last video where I talked about it, I recommend you watch it. But in a nutshell, some girl a few years ago, the girl was 15, Drake was 27, I believe. He's now 34, and apparently he was in contact with the 15-year-old months before the concert happened. This was back in 2017. The girl went to the police in 2018. Though at first he pleaded not guilty, Bell, 34, has since agreed to a plea deal and said he was guilty of both charges during a virtual court appearance on Wednesday, that is today. We really don't know why his lawyer or why he chose to take the plea deal, but the lawyer claims we're going to get this information July 12th when they finally sentence, when they're either going to give him 2 years in jail or a year, or they're just going to give him a fine. We do not know all the details, right? I'm only working with the information we have right now. Though prison time is not mandatory, the second charge carries up to 6 months in jail or in a fine up to $1,000. I really don't think Drake is going to struggle paying this. I'm sure he has a decent amount of money. And before we get into the video, because there is a video of the judge reading him and we get more context, before we get into it, I want to address something really quickly. So I've seen a lot of people spreading this false narrative, this false information that that Drake Bell changed his name to Drake Campana. It's Bell in Spanish. I mean, look at this tweet. It's actually so crazy that Drake Bell moved to Mexico, changed his name to Bell in Spanish to assume a Mexican identity, not because he's huge in Mexico, but because he's running from the law. Now, this is just flat out stupid. This is just flat out retarded. This never happened, okay? This person obviously doesn't know what she's talking about. Drake Bell did not change his name legally, and he did not run away to fucking Mexico. It was a giant meme around the time one of his biggest songs to date released. I think it's called Fuego Lento. That was a huge hit in Mexico. On Twitter and on Instagram, he started to change his name to Drake Campana, and the CEO of Taco Bell, I believe, at one point. And then he shared a picture on his Instagram of him with the passport that says nationality Mexican and Drake Campana. It was all a giant meme. This legitimately never happened, and I do not see why people keep spreading this false information that he ran away to Mexico and changed his name. If you hear this, this is 1,000,000,000% cap, okay? He never moved to Mexico to hide from the police. And the fact that this tweet is getting a lot of likes, it's just more false information. Like, who the fuck is saying this shit? It takes like 20 minutes to find out it was just a giant meme. Now, people in the comments are saying, oh, yeah, this makes total sense, actually, bro. Now, am I defending him and I'm saying, oh, he's innocent, this creep didn't do anything wrong? No, because we don't have all the information, but this is false. Do not believe this shit. Now let's get into the video of the judge and Drake Bell. We get more information, more context.
Okay, you understand what we're doing here this afternoon, is that correct?
I do, Your Honor.
Very good. Felony of the 4th degree, attempted endangering children, carries anywhere from 6 to 18 months in prison in monthly increments and/or a fine of up to $5,000. Prison time is not mandatory. However, if you go to prison upon your release, you could be subjected to a discretionary period of 3 years post-release control. A misdemeanor of the 1st degree carries up to 6 months in county jail and/or a fine of up to $1,000. Do you understand the potential penalties?
I do, Your Honor, yes.
Do you understand if you plead guilty, that is an admission by you that you did these crimes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have any threats or promises been made to you to induce this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with your lawyers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you presently on probation, parole, or post-release control?
No, Your Honor.
Having said that, how do you plead to count 1? Attempted endangering children, felony of the 4th degree.
Guilty.
How do you plead to count 2? Disseminating matter harmful to juveniles, 1st degree misdemeanor.
Guilty.
Let the record reflect defendant has pled guilty. The court accepts that plea. Finding was made knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. So there we have it. He admitted to both charges. Now, these aren't as severe as people are claiming to be, and I will show you in a bit. And as far as we know, right? Because if this charge was worse, now if Drake Bell actually had sexual contact with a minor, this would have been labeled as rape because, you know, he was 27, 28, and the girl was, what, 15? It looks like no contact, no sexual contact happened, but as far as we can tell, it really didn't go beyond maybe some spicy conversation, which even if he is, why the fuck are you talking to a fucking 15-year-old that's a 28-year-old? Like, I'm not justifying anything. I'm just trying to see all the facts here. I am not being a fanboy or anything. No 20-year-old should be texting a 15-year-old. Like, that's just fucking weird. Maybe he had intentions and then maybe he regretted it. Maybe it's in a DM, which is inappropriate. I'm not saying it's good, but maybe just stay there. And maybe he realized it was fucked up and backed away. But once again, he's not 1,000,000,000% a pedophile here. And we also know that he has no criminal past, so this is the first time something like this happens. Now, this is a clip that I want to show you guys.
I'm watching a lot of your comments coming in on Facebook talking about what kind of relationship this was. We don't know a lot of the details, but what we do know is what he was charged with. And when you look at those two charges, it does not appear that there was any sexual contact. Had there been contact, you would have been looking at much more serious charges, whether they were attempted rape, rape of a minor. I mean, this would have gone to a whole new level. Again, we heard that there had been a relationship via phone, text messages sent that investigators say were inappropriate, especially when you consider he's 34, the victim at the time was 15. So you can kind of read between the lines here. The fact that he was charged with disseminating matter harmful to a minor and attempted child endangerment.
I'm just here to present you all the information we have right now. You can make up your own mind. I am not saying he's 1,000,000,000% innocent and Drake Bell ain't do nothing wrong. Free my man Drake Bell. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But I'm just presenting the facts because some people's videos and some people on Twitter are just fucking wrong. I'm seeing a lot of people run with that false information, which is not correct. And on July 12th, he will be sentenced. But anyways, if he's a creep, I agree. Put him in jail, throw him in jail. But I just don't agree with people running with the whole 1,000,000,000% pedophile shit. Until July 12th, I mean, that's the moment of truth. Alright, guys, but that's about it. I just wanted to report on the situation, give you more context. And yeah, this video is way too long and my throat hurts. So I might go now. Subscribe, like, notifications if you're new. See ya, dudes. Have a fantastic day. Peace.